Good morning, everybody. Cap Nation Live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, the 25th of November. Glad to have everybody here, including the two douchebags that gave us the thumbs down. We graciously say thank you for your presence and helping us out along the way, because what people don't realize, and I know it's pretty sad, but thumbs downs help us just as much as thumbs up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Joe Free, good morning. Speaking of Joe Free, log back into your account. You have premium plays for today. I know we gave them to you yesterday for free, and we didn't have the day we wanted as far as premium plays go. So today is on the house as well, because it's what we do. We take care of our clients. Jay Hugh, good morning. Jesus, good morning. Chicken Sauce in the house, good morning. Jacob Crockett, good morning. Welcome on board. I know you got on the combo package. Premium plays you get online. My personal plays I send out to you, which I have not done yet. So I'll be reaching out by text message, as well as everybody that's on my personal plays. Don't worry, I'm not playing any of the early college hoops games, all right? I promise you, you're not missing anything, or any of those first 12:55 Eastern time slate of Champions League soccer, all right? I know you guys want that again. Big ass Redwood in the house. Good morning, Cody. Good morning. My brother Jeff. Good morning. 17 Clipper in the house. Good morning. If I miss you, I do apologize. It's nothing personal. It means I just probably didn't see it. Jalen, good morning. Christy Thornton, good morning. Marcola, good morning. Landon, good morning. Jay Shep, good morning. Nick, good morning. Trey, good morning. RX Sunny, good morning. Pat, good morning. Nice little 6-0 run on my personal plays. Absolutely. 3-0 back-to-back sweeps. Can we do it again today? I think so. TD, good morning. Allie's View, good morning. Tim, good morning. Thomas G, good morning. Real Champ in the house. Jeff D in the house this morning. Tootie Nunez, good morning. You just jumped on board 3 days of personal picks. Fantastic. Actually, I just saw your order. I will be in touch when the live show gets done. I'll be sending out my plays. Mike Z in the house, good morning. Yes, premium plays are already up on the website. Rich says, what's up, Kyle? I had to return some love to Cappers Nation and get on the premium plays. Thank you for jumping on board. Always glad to have you with us, Rich. JD, good morning. Jose Lopez. Brandon, good morning. Seth S., good morning. Says, made a big mistake yesterday. Used a credit I had with one of those other guys, and that's the first loss I've had all week. Well, that definitely sucks. Marcolo, good morning. Note to self, Seth, don't use the other guys. Focus Sports, good morning. Joe D, good morning. Jose, good morning. KBO Cuts, good morning. Lot of soccer today. Dr. Franco, good morning. Eternal, good morning. King, why can't you see the videos? Because we weren't playing live just yet. You can when we're live, but you can't when we're not. Christy says, these big point spreads in college ball, when we have no idea how good teams are really scary. Well, I do disagree, because there's a lot of information that's out there on how good teams are. And if you know the teams themselves and you know the players, and in the incoming freshmen, as well as who's leaving and who's coming and who's going, it's still very predictable. It's very predictable, because if the books can do it, let me tell you, if the casinos can do it, and make Michigan State a 20.5-point favorite, or Arizona State an 8-point favorite, trust me, you guys can do it too. You just got to be better than the books. Brandon, good morning. Hey, Christy, I wasn't just singling you out. I've seen it a lot in the last day or two, that same comment. Ross Pitts, good morning. Jacob, good morning. Says you have to research and know rosters. That makes it all easier. Thank you, Jacob. There you go. Perfect. Prime example. The information is out there. You just have to know it, all right? You just have to know it. Tim, good morning. Joe D says only 2 soccer plays today. I've got a few myself. Chrissy says Kyle being sensitive once again. Nope, not sensitive. Not sensitive at all. Michael says, Christy, you still sweating the Barcelona bet. Thank you, Michael, for saying that. Messi is out. Oh, my Lord. Here's actually, I'm actually not picking on anybody in general, but here's something that I actually find amusing. So 2 days ago, I log on, and you guys are already just chatting away, and I love it. I love it when you guys are active. I love it when you guys communicate and participate with each other. That's what the Cap Nation is all about. But the entire chat, and I don't know where it started, was all on Crystal Palace. All I read about was Crystal Palace, the lock of the year. Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace. Go bet your mortgage on it. Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace. All from somebody in the chat. Everybody asked me, Kyle, do you like Crystal Palace? No, I don't. I'm not playing it. But I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll root for you. Well, you guys all got your ass handed to you. So, and then lo and behold, yesterday, I put out a play on Barcelona. Keep in mind, the free plays I keep giving you guys, they keep winning. Day after day after day after day after day after day after day. But yet, all I read in the live chat yesterday, with the exception of a few, was Messi is out, don't bet it, it's a trap, it's a loser, oh my God this, oh my God that. You guys are a bunch of chicken shits. But yet you'll blindly take somebody's Crystal Palace play, but the guy that made $40K on Monday hasn't lost for you guys on free plays except like one day in like 2 weeks. Gives you guys Barcelona and you guys question them and you guys are up Schitt's Creek. So I hope you guys loved that 4-0. And for all the chicken shits out there, I hope you guys love the 4-0 more. Note to self, when you see plays go across the chat, be careful. When I give you something, you might lose, but chances are in the long run, you're going to be well ahead. Well ahead. Scott, perfect example. Do the cappers or the odds makers have the edge in college basketball the first couple weeks? I'm going to ask that question to all of you. I want to see all of your guys' opinions. I want to see all of your guys' opinions. So here's my question to you. We have 108 people here, and I love all of you. It don't matter if you don't like me. It don't matter if you think I'm ugly. It don't matter if you love me. I love all of you, all right? The haters, the lovers, the supporters, the people that are my clients. I love each and every single one of you. And am I riled up this morning? Abso-flippin-lutely. Why? Because I want to make some more money. And I'm going to tell you guys a quick story that has a good ending to it after I ask this question, because this is a perfect question. And here's the question yet again. Do us as handicappers, or do the books, the casinos, or your bookie have the edge in college basketball the first couple of weeks? That is my question to you guys. And then I'm going to give you the real answer. So go ahead, post up in the comment section, who's got the edge? Let's see it. Like to see your guys' opinion. Dr. Franco, Barcelona in the over. Yes, Dr. Franco said that the over would hit. I believe somebody in here said it would be a 4-0 final, which it was. I don't know if that was you, Dr. Franco. I don't know if that was you, Giorgio, but I know somebody in the chat said 4-0 final. I like it, Duke. I like it. Tim says, I would say the books have the advantage overall, but the players have an edge in the sense that we can choose which games to bet, but books have to put a spread on every game. Bubba Wilson, cappers have the edge. Nobody knows what is going to go down the first 2 weeks of basketball. Lots of transfers, new game plans, coaches, etc., chaos, etc., etc. 17 Clipper, that was you. That was a great call. Great call. Michael Yule with the 100% correct answer. And I don't know if I pronounced your last name correctly. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too bad. But Michael says, Cappers 100% books go off last year's trends, not off current information. 100% fact. 100% fact. Who has the advantage? We do. Who has the advantage? We do. Brandon says transfers, graduates, new incoming players, lots of shit goes on that you need to look into or you will lose money regardless of who you are. Fact. We, as cappers, have the advantage the first couple of weeks. And I've talked about this. And matter of fact, we were just talking about this the other day. The advantage used to literally stretch out 4.5 weeks. All right? The advantage used to stretch out really long for over a month. The first month of college basketball, really until they started diving into conference play, would give you guys an advantage, a major advantage. Now it's not as much. Now it's about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And here's and we may not see that as much this year, and maybe limited just because of the non-conference play has been limited this year. However, the reason why is solely what Michael and a few other people posted in the chat. They base what they're using this year off of last year's power rankings, off of the trends of last year. They don't update it. They used to not update it until about week 4.5. All right? They would start updating a few things after week 1 and week 2, week 3, and week 4. But you really wouldn't see a full shift in the numbers until about week 4, to be between week 4 and week 5. So, Christy, I disagree, saying that the advantage is slim. If you actually know what you're doing and you know the players, because we can adjust our system that we do based on incoming freshmen, based on transfers coming from Florida to Gonzaga. We're able to calculate all of that on the fly, whereas the books don't update their power rankings on a day-by-day basis. So, Neverett says, plus the casino has a lot going on with college football. NFL lines are not tight yet. Exactly. You know, there's a lot. Jeff says he plays a lot of dogs early in the season. There's a lot a lot of teams that will be overvalued. There will be a lot of teams that are undervalued. There'll be totals that are way too juiced based off of last year's trends, aka Michigan, who scored, nearly 100 points in every game. I have no clue what Docs is doing. I have no clue. No offense, but nor do I care what they're doing, to be honest. I do hear that they're charging for a live show now. Out of curiosity, how much is their live show? For everybody that knows. I'm curious what they charge. But don't worry, we'll never charge for the live show. And we do it 7 days a week, not 1. Chicken Sauce's VA defense going to win by 30. Their defense will be a shutdown defense yet again. So again, thank you, Scott, for asking that question. U.S. Cappers, if you use the information that is available to you, and if you have, not everybody will be able to decipher the information or will know the teams and the players, or hell, where to even look. But U.S. Cappers have a major advantage. It used to be 4.5 weeks. Then it was about 4, 3.5 seemed to be about the norm. This year, we'll see once the lines tighten up. Trust me, you'll see a big shift in the line. North Carolina, I think, was laying 27, if I'm not mistaken. Jacob, exactly. A lot of books don't know the information just yet. Joe Free says, I think we have the advantage until a few weeks. Then the books have a better feel for what teams can and can't do. 100%. 100%. Screen is frozen. No problem. I'll get it fixed. Bubba, you're talking about the assistant under Virginia head coach that's now at Liberty. But you got to remember, well, he knows the Virginia style of defense. He doesn't have the talent that Virginia has. Brandon says many teams will easily win by 30 plus. Have to do your research and not always wait for picks. Adam, what time do my plays go out? After the live show. After the live show. It's always good information. It's always good information. I have access to it. I don't look at it on a daily basis though, but I'll use it to cross-reference what we have. What we have is more in depth. What we have with but his model and his system is very good. The books look at it too. The books look at it too. It's a good system. It's definitely a good resource. T-Money, you're very welcome. Says, put another $1,500 in my bankroll yesterday. Thanks to you, Kyle. You're very welcome. Alrighty. So, if you're on my personal plays, or you just signed up for my personal plays, don't worry. You're not going to miss anything. All right, I promise you. Eliezer, thank you for jumping back on board the combo package. Nate O'Brien, thanks for jumping on board the big combo package as well. John Markland, thanks for jumping on board the premium plays. Richard, thanks for jumping on board the month Black Friday sale on my personal plays. Alonzo, I see you jumped back on board my personal plays as well. Marco, getting on board those good old premium plays. Jose, thanks for jumping on board my personal plays. And go down the list and list and list. Damon, thanks for jumping on board the 3-month special for Black Friday. Trey, thanks for jumping back on board the combo package. If you're on my personal plays, they're not out yet. I have them ready, but they're not out yet. They will go out when we get off the live show. That I promise you. That I promise you. If you mailed in for the Bet Online promo, the free days, as soon as my personal plays are out, I will jump on board those. I know I think I've seen a couple of you guys overnight when I got in this morning. So I will take care of you guys as well and get you guys on your 2 days of either premium plays or my personal plays free. Laura, thank you for jumping on board the 1-year package. Glad to have you on board, ma'am. Be a great year. So rest assured, if you're on my personal plays, you're not going to be missing out. Bud Nino, Kyle, I've been listening to you for a while and I have a question. I might have an answer, but it's not Radio Shack, so maybe not, but go ahead. Lionel, appointment went good. Appointment went good. Oh, everybody in the house, Dizzy's on Tulsa again. Dizzy is on Tulsa. Give me 1 second. Chris says, I have a question about the combo package. When it says 1 week of premium, 1 week of personal, is that 1 week of both or 2 weeks? You get 1 week of both, Chris. You get 1 week. So you sign up today, you'll get 7 days of premium plays and 7 days of my personal plays. And don't mind the construction noise. They're supposed to be done today. Let me tell you. And I don't know how annoying that is on your guys' end, but they're jackhammering the entire outside of the building. I guess they laid concrete and they laid it wrong. How you pour concrete and do it wrong, I have no flipping clue. But this is what, our 4th day of this annoyance? And unfortunately, it's literally right below me today. Dizzy, you're very welcome. But Nino, if I buy your monthly package, what dollar amount better should the person be at least? Which monthly package? Personal plays, premium plays? Are you buying it on sale? Are you buying just 1 month? Are you buying a bigger package? Take the dollar amount that you're spending, divide it by 30 days. So if it was the $500 one, you're spending $16 a day. I'd have to say you need to be betting at least roughly double that, at a, roughly 25 to 30 at a minimum. At a minimum. And that would be like bare bones, but realistically 50 or more. It definitely sounds like it's literally right down below me, 1 floor and out the window. It's actually rattling my desk. I don't know. I have a bottle of Dr. Pepper on here. I don't know if it's tall enough to where you guys could even see it. I don't know. You guys probably can't, but I do apologize. I'm wondering. Let me see if I can adjust the audio for the. Ooh, that was a loud one. Well, hopefully they get done with it quick. I do apologize. Today is supposed to be the last day. Cliff, it's very annoying. It literally, my desk vibrates. So hopefully it's not bad. I do apologize. Sounds like you have an angry tiger underneath your desk. But I did talk to him yesterday asking when they were going to be done. They're supposed to be done, thankfully, before Thanksgiving. So that's today. I asked them why they waited to do this section until last. They said it was just the luck of the draw. So I've had to deal with them all the way around the building. And then they finally, the last day, they're on my, right out front of my office. Thomas, what time do we usually send out the plays? You're stationed overseas. Every day is different. The weekends are usually out before the live show, so they're usually out before 9 a.m. Eastern time. As far as a day like today, premium plays are already on the website, and my personal plays will go out as soon as the live show is over. Sometimes I don't have them wrapped up. Sometimes lines are not out right away, so based on when lines are out, but my personal plays will go out as soon as the live show is over. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing that. Duke says, I thought you were talking about me. I'm literally jackhammering right now, but I don't lay concrete wrong. That's funny. Yeah, the book is definitely probably trying to stop me after yesterday. So I want to tell you guys a story. So I bet in multiple spots. I have a bet online account. I fire good over there. I try and keep 10 to 15K in my bet online account. As soon as it gets above 20, 25, I pull cash out. I usually do it once to twice a week. Hawkeye Hustler, you need a bigger package? We can definitely help you with that one. So, Monday I had a good day. I bet on Bet Online. I've got a local guy, and I have one more that I use. Because I don't try, because here's the thing. If you continuously hit somebody, let's just say Champions League soccer. Every time Champions League soccer comes up, we've been murdering them. Now, we just had a little 2-week stretch or week and a half stretch with none. And so here they come back. The first day of Champions League soccer, we murder the books. We murder the books. If you do that only at one book, and I would have took all my action, and I would have bet it in one spot. In one spot. They'll end up cutting your limits. Doesn't matter who you are. So I like to spread it out, not make everybody feel like they get beat up. When you start betting bigger, it's better to space them out than it is to hammer just one guy or one offshore or one casino. Because they'll end up cutting you down on your limit size. So, long story short, Monday Night Football, premium plays went 3-0. I went 3-0. I made over $40K spread out over 3 books. So, yesterday morning, I had a little over $25K in my BetOnline account. So I went to go do a cash out. I wanted to pull out $15K. Actually, it was like 26 and change. Went to go pull out $15K, was going to leave 11 in there. Doing the same with another book, and then my local guy, he'll settle up at the end of the week. No big deal. So I forgot that I showed you guys a cash out, I think on Sunday. Well, BetOnline, you can do 1 cash out a day or 2 per week in a 7-day rolling period. I forgot that. I forgot that I showed you. I actually did a $10,000 cash out while we were live on Sunday to show you guys how easy it is with BetOnline. So I initiate it, and they're like, gets rejected. Says you're not eligible. What? What are you talking about? I got 26K in there. So I message them on their little live support. Oh, sorry, sir. You've already done 2 cash outs in the last 7-day period. You need to wait until the day after the next, the 7-day rolling period. So I wait for that. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to wait. So I got to wait because I did a cash out live with you guys on Thursday. And then I did another one. It was either Saturday or Sunday, whatever it was. So I did the math, and I got to wait until Friday to do a cash out. Well, okay. So yesterday was a really good day. And I was feeling a little froggy. And another part of the story, last week was the first time we ever lost a game of the year. We've given out tons of them over the years, and we've never lost one. So these are games that I'll go put 40, 50 grand on. Well, I lost upwards of 40 grand on that one. And then sure enough, I lost my game of the week. Literally the next day. So lose 40, lose about 15. My personal plays were disaster last week. Lose a unit, lose a game, lose a game, lose a game, win one back, lose a game. Not so much anymore. So last week was a bad week. Guaranteed Saturday won me a lot back. Saturday won me a lot back. That I can tell you. But then we dropped the Sunday play. Last week was one of those just god-awful weeks. So I hit him big on Monday. Want to take a little cash out. They tell me no. I got just right around 26K in there. Well, we hit them yesterday. We absolutely hit them yesterday. Not everybody knows, Nathan, and I have no problem talking about the losers. I have no problem ever talking about the losers. That's for sure. So they tell me I gotta wait. All right. We'll wait. No big deal. So I bet my personal plays on there. I bet one of the premium plays, but I loaded up. I parlayed everything together. 3-teamers, 5-teamers, 4-teamers, 2-teamers, you name it, and I was parlaying them all together, as well as all major straight bets. 1,500, 3,000 a piece, every single one. Every single game that I gave out, the 2 free plays. So I had my personal plays plus the 2 free plays, as well as everything else. Well, Barcelona was one of my personal plays. So I nailed them yesterday. Nailed them hardcore. Some of you guys saw the screenshot. So they wouldn't let me cash out, and I took that damn account from 26,000 to a little over 58,000 in a night. So, moral to their story, next time I want to cash out, let me pull some fucking money out. And they probably limited me on Champions League soccer. We're going to find out later today. But we murdered them yesterday. I know a lot of you guys did. I know Manuel did. Dr. Franco did. Nathan, did you get them yesterday? Did you bet those soccer? Or were you sadly sitting on the sidelines pouting? Nathan, are there any good leads on soccer today? Oh, yeah. Lots of soccer today. So after I've already bet, I'm counting the days down. 2 more days till, instead of 15, I'll pull out 40-something. And again, to the others that actually sent me the screenshots, congrats to you guys as well. Congrats to you guys as well. I seen some big parlays hitting yesterday from people in here. Jay Hugh. SoftBank Hawks. I gave you guys another free play winner yesterday. Unfortunately, the Nippon League is done for the season. I told you, just bet them. Just bet them. They're not losing a game. Nathan did not bet the 3-0 yesterday. Sad, sad, sad. Christopher says, I'd rather bet soccer than any other sport. Dr. Franklin says, I bet you $25 are working Friday. They better not be working Friday. No, they're actually supposed to pour the concrete today as well. Jalen, that's too bad. Toby says another nice bet and waking up with Mo money. Absolutely, SoftBank Hawks. I got to tell you, that's been nice the last couple days to wake up to free money. That was nice to wake up to free money. That was a quick 2,500. I even laid the juice on the money line with them, which was I know was up there yesterday, but I had no problem doing it. I had no problem doing it. I don't mind laying the juice if it's going to give me a winner. If it's going to give me a winner, I have no problem laying the juice. Funny, out of everything that I bet on them, I had the run line bet. They had it limited to 500, so I bet the SoftBank Hawks minus 1.5, minus $1.40. I bet it 3 times. 700 to win 500, 700 to win 500. Then they moved it from 140 to 145 on me. So it was 725 to win 500. And then the money line was 3,000 to win 1,000. And then I tried betting the SoftBank Hawks team total over 4.5. And I was going to put $1,000 on it. And luck was on my side. They had it circled, and the max it would allow me to do was to win 250, 275 to win 250. I tried betting it again with the rebet system, and it still wouldn't let me do it. And so I only lost 250 on there. So I made 2,500, lost 250. So we'll take it. We'll take the 2,250. Reading through some of the comments. They gave the hammering a break. It's probably because they're probably, I would imagine if I go and look out the balcony, they're probably looking down, or they're probably picking up with a tractor. Jesse, I hope they don't put the concrete wrong again, right? Right? Nathan, your kid plays? He plays football, right? And that is sad, Nathan. That's actually too bad. Jeff says juice doesn't matter if it's a winner. I know somebody that says that. The only time juice matters is if you lose. It's the only time juice matters. Jeremiah says, I did very well yesterday. Kyle, parlay was a hell of a sweep. Man, let me tell you, I'm not a big parlay bettor, but when it comes to Champions League soccer, I parlay the snot out of what we put out. Joe Young, how many college basketball games am I going to break down today? Hold on, let me check. I'm not sure. The Magic 8 Ball says, please try again later. Thomas G. Kyle, have you always been a big bettor, or did you start out small? Started out small. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Right? That's what I thought, Nathan. What's everybody's opinion on the Xavier and Oakland game? Oakland made me a lot of money the last 2 years. Getting the big points against Xavier. Jalen, it's like they had to do it wrong, right? That's what I say. That's what I said to the guys. Like, how the hell do you pour this concrete wrong? Ain't it just open it up and pour it in? Edward, get that on the soundboard, right? Right? We need to. I am going to get a soundboard for us with sound effects. I don't know which one yet. I've been looking at a couple. I know nothing about them. Marco, what's the difference between premium and personal plays? Great question. Premium plays are put out by myself as well as everybody else here at the company. You get them on the website. Either we all agree on them, either we all agree on them or we don't. And if we don't, they don't make it as a premium play. As far as my personal plays go, they're put out by me, myself, and I. There's no outside influence. Nobody has a say over them. Nobody has an opinion over them. It's what I put out. And I text them out manually. So, whereas premium plays go out on the website, my personal plays get texted out. The main difference is the premium plays have 8 minds, whereas my personal plays have 1. Is one better than the other? I'd say they're both about equal. Both will treat you right. You can't go wrong with either one. That's for sure. Do I like Dr. Pepper? Does that mean I like root beer? I actually am not a big Dr. Pepper fan. It was Jay's and it's in the fridge and he had a 12-pack and I was thirsty, so I figured I'll snag one and I'll buy him another next time I drive by the store. I was tired of coffee this morning. Yeah, they're back. Time to dig up some more, right? But we are going to break down some games. We are going to have a great time. And one thing that you guys have to remember, when it comes to breaking down college basketball, or really any sport, from the beginning of the season, the numbers, a lot of it will be based off of last year. A lot of it will be based off of last year, whereas we will manually update our power rankings based on transfers, incoming freshmen, outgoing seniors, and all of that stuff. However, the information that we go over over the course of, you really need to get realistically 10 games under their belt. 9 to 10 games before the system that we have really starts coming into play. So as far as opening day goes, do I play it? Absolutely. Do we make money? Absolutely. Now, am I going to go full board college hoops on day one? Nope. Nope. Am I going to have plays for my players? Absolutely. They're going to be very select and few, but damn, they're probably going to be, extremely nice winners for everybody. That I can say. So while you guys are handicapping your own as well, I do express caution when you guys are picking whatever it is that you're picking. Make sure you guys do your due diligence and your research. And as I've said every year, that especially the people that have been with me for a while know, when we do what's called a 5-minute college hoops breakdown, where we spend 5 minutes on every game, and we could literally get through 15, 20 games an hour, and we absolutely roll through them, and we put a 5-minute timer on, and when the timer's done, we move on to the next. However, those 5-minute breakdowns, they're another added step when you don't have the data all in one place for upcoming because of what's going on lately. For everybody that doesn't know, the transfer protocols, players are going to be up and moving here, there, everywhere. The transfer protocol is absolutely insane. Players being able to make money off their own name now, it's going to be insane. Jack Dent question, I know you started off small, but how long did it take for you to be able to make $100 bets per game? Well, I didn't start like small. I wasn't a $10 bettor when I started. So when I started, I was betting 50 to 100. And then I thought I knew what I was doing, so you'd go fire everything on a game and you'd lose your bankroll, and you go back and redo it again, and redo it again, and redo it again. And then we finally figure it out. And bankroll management is the number one key. If you're halfway decent, I will tell you this much. If you're halfway decent at picking winners, and I only say halfway decent because you only got to be a smidge over 50%, especially in something like college basketball, unless you're taking money lines. As long as you're halfway decent, but your bankroll management is 100% top notch, you're already ahead of the game. Add more information and knowledge about what you're picking. And here's one thing. I gave out this advice last week, and we did this on Thursday. And this is a prime example for a day like today. So a day like today, when you log on or you get on your phone, you start looking at the odds, you have to be overwhelmed at the games that are on the board today. So out of curiosity, how many of you are overwhelmed with the amount of games that are on the board today? Out of curiosity. The college basketball games that are on the board, how many of you are overwhelmed? Tom, you're a better rooter than a bettor. We already went over this. Hawkeye Hustler, very overwhelmed. So here's the advice that I gave on Thursday, and I gave it again on Friday. When you're struggling and you're in a rut, same thing applies under to overwhelming days like today. The exact same thing applies. When you're overwhelmed and you take a look at the games on the board, I think there's over 100 basketball games on the board today. Okay? When you take a look at it, it's a lot. It's overwhelming for anybody. Unless you've been diving into this for weeks, which I have been slowly updating I keep myself updated all the time. But as the season gets closer, I'm always updating the information and trying to enhance my knowledge on everything. But let's face it. You can't be an expert on every 100 games, that's out there. It's impossible. Everything Football says, I'm overwhelmed with just 8 Champions League games today. See, exactly. So, for instance, college basketball today. That spectrum is so wide, you can't fit all the games and what's going on in it. You can break it down and you can focus on a select area of today. And you can try and make yourself more successful. And what I mean by that is you could pick a certain conference. The AAC, they have 4 games today. 2 of them were canceled. You could hone in on Sam Houston State and SMU, Lamar and Houston, St. Mary's and Memphis, Florida College and South Florida. You could hone in on a different conference. Or maybe you just want to take teams that are playing the top 25 rankings. Well, right now you'd have to use the AP polls. Maybe you want to focus in on that group of 25 teams. But even then, that group of 25 teams, there's a lot of games. So if you take if you're struggling to figure out what to do on a day like today, narrow that focus down. Get it into a small circle. Get it into a small little circle on what you can do. All right? Taking a look. The Big Ten. Even the Big Ten. Hold on one second. As far as, the Big Ten goes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games today. All right? There's 12 games today. 12 games, 24 teams, 24 overs, 24 unders, and 48 sides to choose from. 24 first half bets to choose from. You can narrow your focus down, even if you want a somewhat bigger window than like the AAC that has 4. Big Ten with 12 games. All right? Maybe you don't want something, and the Big 12, the Big 10 is a fairly good one. There's an early game. There's a game every 2 hours, really, but there's 2 at the 2 o'clock, 2 at the 4 o'clock mark, and then so forth. So it actually gives you plenty of time. Lorenzo says, I try and pick 1 or 2 conferences, smaller conferences. Duke fan, so I pay attention to the ACC. And that's a prime example on how to be successful right away. Right away, right out of the bat, it's easier to pick one conference. And some of the conferences that are, set, you could even get in more, where they've got an East and a West. You can more, dive into it. You could separate the teams and hone in more into one than the other. The Big 12 today, there's actually not that many games. What is there, 6 games or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 games in the Big 12 today. You got Drake and Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Texas, Arlington, Northwestern State and Texas State, West Virginia, South Dakota State, Texas Rio Grande against Texas, Houston Baptist, TCU, UTSA, and Oklahoma. Not all of those are laying big numbers. Kansas State would be the lowest one. So basically, in a nutshell, as Hawkeye Hustler said, narrow your search. Narrow that window on a day like today. Joe, what's the free bet of today? Do you want me just to go down the board and read you all the free plays? Or would you like me to actually break down you a game and give you something that I'm actually going to be betting on? Smart move, Alex. Smart move listening to me and not the naysayers that were saying don't bet it. Chicken Sauce says Drake is a great pick. Drake plus 5.5. Manu says I'm not there yet. I can only hone in on the NFL. You know, it's definitely a tough day for a lot of people, especially if you're trying to break down the entire board. Joe Kryptonite, yes, please, or please and thank you. Well, at least thank you for saying please, but that's not how it works here. All right, this is not SPR. I'm not just going to go down the list and give you every game twice, both sides. I'm going to break down the games. I'm going to give you leans. If you're here for a million free plays, I'm going to tell you you're in the wrong chat, brother. But if you want something that somebody's actually going to bet for thousands of dollars, you're in the right chat. If you don't want to follow along, you know, losers that look like they just, you know, are putting their life together and getting paid $25 to make a video and don't give a shit how you end up, then you're in the right place if you don't want to be with people like that. And Joe, you're welcome to be here, everybody. I love every single one of you guys. And for everybody that doesn't know what we do, if you're looking for somebody just to go down the list and say, hey, take Drake plus the points, take Kansas State as well an hour later and switch their opinion, or have somebody else come on and give you the other side, that will never happen here. But what you get here is an unbiased game day breakdown of the games. Am I going to break down every game on the board? Fuck no. We'd be here for years, the way we talk and get off subject. But one thing that you will get, appreciate you tuning in, Joe. But what you are going to get, you're going to get those unbiased game day breakdowns. And then I might give you a lean on it, or we might have a free play on it. But one thing that is for sure, if I tell you guys a free play, first of all, it's your own willing if you want to bet it or not. Fade, follow, or just observe. That's, you know, up to you. I'll never fault somebody for fading me. You want to fade me? By all means, fade me. You probably won't be successful for very long. You might get me on a little downslide and think you're doing good, but I promise you, you'll be negative when it's all said and done. Or you want to follow, your bankroll will continue to increase. Or you just want to observe. Never fault anybody for any of that. As I always say, do your own due diligence on the plays that I give you. But you will get a breakdown and a bet from somebody that has no problem proving to you that he actually bet the game. Sorry, I was trying to read a question. Jaylan, any reason why BetOnline doesn't have quarter-by-quarter spreads for football? They do. They're just of that day. They don't put them out days before like other books. They come out during that day. And we talk about air fryers. And I got to tell you, some of you guys are getting me in trouble, all right? So I told my wife, I said, hey, I think we're going to give away an air fryer on the live show, because all we do is talk about air fryers. And she said, oh, what's her name? Trying to get you a sandwich maker, huh? So you guys are getting me in trouble by saying that, you know, I'm going to give away an air fryer on the show. She's thinking I'm trying to buy somebody else, you know, an air fryer to cook for me. Alex, never ripping anybody's ass today. Not ripping anybody's ass today. I was just explaining for all the new people, but let me tell you, we have a lot of new people joining us every day, and I absolutely love it. And a lot of them, and let's be honest, some of you probably won't admit where you came from. If you want to post in the chat, if you are new to our chat within the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if you're new to our chat, where'd you come from? Where'd you guys come from? Because I promise you, where they came from, guys, for all the people that have been here, they're not coming from anywhere that does it anywhere like we do. That I promise you. Because nobody does it like we do on a live show. Nobody. Nobody will engage with you guys like this. And if they do, they're telling you, you're banned, don't post that. You're not allowed to post your plays. Nobody cares. Yada, 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 yada. Not what state you guys came from. If you're new, what sports place did you come from? If you're watching their live shows, yada, 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 or their videos. That's what I was asking. Not what city. Somebody got it right. Kirk got it right, said he came from Wager Talk Losing. See, Marvin got it right. Alex, you were delivered from the Stark, not your mama, all right? You were delivered, dropped off by a birdie. Air fryer laminated. See, a lot of people that are coming here, D says, I can't, they may block me. You know, a lot of people don't understand how we operate. And we operate different than anybody else. Raymond says, Capper's Record has been popping up on my YouTube. One day I decided to start tuning in. And we appreciate you tuning in. Tim says, does it make sense to take under totals in college basketball this early? You mean the just blindly taking the under? I wouldn't blindly take anything just because it's the beginning of the season. John David Ray says, I just found you looking for people who go in depth and give reasons behind things. Also very entertaining. This was the first place I came to. Thank you. Let me tell you, you'd be shocked what you find in other ones. Joe Kryptonite, nobody ever wants to lose, brother. Losing's part of it, though. You'll definitely have those bad days. Rory says, but YouTube has a lot of shit. They do. Said Wager Talk, Perez is a dummy. But YouTube has a lot of bullshit. YouTube has a lot of bullshit. Scott P says, random free pick videos were a waste of time, so started tuning in and following along with your breakdowns, trying to learn. Thank you, I appreciate that. But I'm not asking you guys to shame anybody, because because Bubba says, I'm not going to shame any cappers ever. Nobody forcing me to bet on humans or horses except me. This is a great show. You know, I won't shame another service. Like, if you guys talk trash about Mitch, I've never met the guy. Matter of fact, I've spoken to him not once over the phone. We've emailed back and forth a couple times, a couple years ago. Other than that, I've never had a dealing with him. I don't have an issue with him. The guys over at Wager Talk, Docs, I don't know them personally. And even if I did, I wouldn't have anything bad to say about them. That's up for you guys to decide who you guys want to do business with. And I'm not trying to sham another service by saying, where did you guys come from? And that's not what I'm asking. Because to be honest, I don't care if you guys lost with another service or if you guys won, if you think Joe Blow is great, or if you think, Joe Blow over here is, horrible. I don't care about that. That part I don't want to know. What I wanted to know was, where did you guys come from? For the sole fact that Mitch has a live show. Everybody has these live shows now. But everybody's live show is different. Some you're allowed to be open and talking, like here. In order to get banned and booted from our live show, you really just have to be just a disrespectful piece of shit. If you guys disagree with me on a play or whatever, you're not going to be banned. You're not going to be booted. Everybody's, entitled to feel how they feel, or bet on what they want to bet. But everybody's live show is different than ours. And that was the aspect that I was trying to get at. Not who's horrible and sham these guys or sham that guys. I was just trying to put out the point that our show, first of all, you actually have a real sports bettor behind the camera or in front of the camera that actually bets thousands of dollars. You have somebody that will give you a real breakdown. May not be to your liking, but you have somebody that will give you a real breakdown with an unbiased opinion. And if I'm going to bet it, I'm going to tell you I'm going to bet it. And I have no problem actually showing you my bet. And I don't bet $55 like we were hearing of others. And it's nothing against you guys betting $50 on a game. By all means, if you guys betting $10, $5, or $5,000, more power to you guys. But if you're going to take financial advice, because let's be honest, if you're going to take a play that I give you, that's somewhat financial advice. I'd have to classify it as. But if you're going to blindly take financial advice on who to bet on from somebody that won't show you that they're actually financially invested in the same game as you for a serious amount of money, why should you? If some random guy who looks like he's filming next to his closet or the bathroom or the basement or in the single wide, why should you put your hard-earned money on a game and probably more than him? They'll give you excuses. What I bet doesn't matter. Bullshit, it does. Because it shows how much confidence you actually have in yourself. Are you here to sell or are you here to, bet? First of all, we've got some great packages and some great deals, and I work for a company that's goal is to sell. But again, if you guys sign up, fantastic. If you don't, it's not a problem. I'm going to bet the games regardless, so it doesn't matter to me if you do. I'm going to bet what we put out for our clients regardless every single day, and I'm going to make money. So if you guys sign up, more power to you, and I look forward to working with each and every single one of you. If you don't, no big deal, because I'm going to make money because I actually bet the games. So that's the big difference. You're going to get a real bettor's perspective. Eternal says, saw some dude filming in a closet holding his baby. Was the weirdest vibe, right? Joe D, I have no problem showing losing tickets. I don't know how many losing tickets I've showed on the live show. $7,000 on the Rams just a couple games ago when they lost. $5,000 on the Patriots not long ago when they lost. Michael says, honestly, most betting shows come off as corny and give generic responses. Only been watching you for a short time, but you come off as a straight shooter and give real analysis, not just give out plays. That's the one thing that you're not going to get. You're not just going to get every play on the board from me. That's for sure. Raw Delgado, what's the free play of the day? Take Drake and then take Kansas State. Parlay them both together. Let me know what your book does. Everything football, how much to sign up, bro? Interested? They've got packages ranging from $99 up to $5K, depending on what deal. Lots of Black Friday deals going on. I just posted a link. You can look at all the packages on the website. Find one that best suits your bankroll and your budget. A lot of different packages to choose from. Justice, I thought we're not going to talk about that Yankees ticket anymore. It's funny, people. Joe D says, I understand, I've seen them. I'm saying no one posts all their tickets. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually have a life. I don't spend my entire evening on Twitter. Sometimes it may seem like that, but I'm usually multitasking. I've got a 5-year-old that demands an exceptional amount of my time on a daily basis, especially when I get home. But hell, Show me another service that actually shows tickets on a daily basis for a good dollar amount, for at least 4 digits. Not including the decimal point and the other 2 on the other end. Everything football, it's my pleasure. Joe Free says, that's what it's all about. It's having faith and trust in who you are following, the ones you put money out there on it as well as the best, bro. Seriously, I appreciate that. You know, it's one thing to tell you guys to bet on something. It's one thing to tell you it and bet it myself. So, it's one thing you'll always get from me is somebody that actually bets the games. Absolutely focused sports. And what Justice was saying, no, Justice, I'm just teasing you. Justice was saying I should show you guys the Yankees ticket from a couple years ago, 2017 playoffs. And the year they got beat by the cheating Astros. Game 2, Altuve's walk-off 2-run home run. I had $100,000 at plus 100 even money to win $100K on the Yankees. I've shown my ticket. Everybody that's been with me for years has seen the ticket multiple times. It's sad. But it's okay. I got it back the next day. Plus 105. So I got a little extra 5K for pain and suffering. Joe Free says, I never saw anyone show tickets except for you, Kyle. That is a fact. Joe Kryptonite, am I betting wrong if I wait until the football game starts and I watch each team make a drive and see how they're playing the day before throwing money down? I usually don't. Nathan says, hey, watch your mouth. Who said what? What did I miss? Somebody fill me in. Hold on. I'm trying to read the comments. Comments were going so fast. Edward, I'm reading yours. I don't know if I missed something else. I've never seen a baby in the closet, but that's kind of crazy. Oh, you're Houston Astros? Hey, Nathan, I was actually rooting for them to make the World Series this year. I was actually rooting on them to make the World Series this year. But no, as far as the cheating Stros, yeah, they cost me money in one game, but I got it back the next game. Memphis T, what is your username? I will have them look at your account. I know consensus are not posted for today, though. But they will be. I know the consensus plays are not posted for today. I know they did not have any yesterday. But they will be today. Those are the smaller of the plays that we have. They're not as large as our premium plays. But they will be posted later today. But let me know what your username is, and then I could, after the show, I'll check your account just to make sure everything's good. Memphis Man? Okay. After the live show, I'll check, and I'll make sure everything's good. That way you'll be able to make sure that you're seeing and make sure that your account is good. Live betting is good. To answer that question about live betting is good, but you may miss a boat on it. Thank you, TD. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to start diving into the games. And let me tell you, there is a lot going on today. There is an absolute shit pile of games going on today. So we're going to narrow our focus. We're going to bounce around a little to try and meet everybody's needs. All right. I'm not going to do a crazy amount of games today. I'm not going to do a crazy amount of, game day breakdowns today. But we will definitely hit the point, get across exactly what we're doing. And as I've always said, the numbers that we go over, most of them will be based off of last year. So we take that with a grain of salt, apply it to what we know for this year. Give me 1 second. Ty, I see your message on Twitter. It says everybody else that responded on Twitter, I will definitely reply back. I know there's a lot of messages on Twitter, so I'll reply back here in a little. Well, once we're off the live show and I send out my games. So we'll start hammering home these games, and I think we got a lot of good stuff. Rory says 2-game parlay. I don't know about a parlay, but we'll definitely break down the games. Karen, I have a Ninja. I don't know about the Emeralds, but I have a Ninja. I like it. The fucker's heavy as hell, but I definitely enjoy it. Joe says, I'm new to betting, but does it feel like Vegas has some odds terribly off with college football because that's where I've made the most cash? They'll always have odds incorrect on one area or another of games. They won't always be correct on every single day. That's for sure. Right now you hear a dog. Probably somebody walking by. There's a park down the street. There's a daycare, one of those kinder cares across from the office, which we usually hear the kids, but since COVID, I don't think they let them play outside anymore. Weather's great. No kids ever what was I going to say? Go outside and play anymore. It used to be cool. I used to open up the door, if you guys remember. We'd hear all the kids and the bells and all the kids playing in the background. It was always cool. But since COVID and all that, I don't think they play anymore. Poor kids. Must suck to have to go to school these days. Reading the comments. All right, so game day breakdowns. First of all, soccer. A lot of soccer today. And for tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll be live same time. All right, we'll be live same time. Normal time tomorrow. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. All right, we'll be live same time tomorrow. I was waiting to see if Chicken Sauce was going to keep posting VA Mish. If anybody speaks Spanish, maybe you could tell me what they're saying out there. They're probably talking about us. I know, Edward. I know they don't get it. Edward, right? All right, so China West, do I sleep? I got like 4 hours last night. I got 4 hours. That's a lot. 4 to 5 hours is a lot. Now, we are going to have a special couple promos, just so everybody knows, where we're going to be giving back to you guys. Give me one quick second, folks. I'm reading about a possible game being canceled. So hold on. Okay, nope, it's still good. Chris really wonder who I'm calling a clown. Did the volume drop? I lowered it earlier with the jackhammering, so I'll raise it back up. There you go, I'll raise it back up for you guys. So, we're going to narrow our focus. We're going to start breaking down the games. Oh, man. And we're going to have some fun. And hopefully, just hopefully, at the end of the day, we put some money in our pocket. But yeah, we're going to have some giveaways. We'll probably give away an air fryer. We're going to have some cash giveaways. As of right now, I know we're going to have 2. The realist says, anyone who hates on Kyle, this guy grinds and gives you free picks. Go find another bum to get picks off of then. Memphis T, which package has daily picks? Anything that says my personal plays. Kyle's personal plays. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. So we're going to be giving back. I know we're going to have some $250 prizes, $1,000 prize. Some will be deposited into your BetOnline account. The big 1,000 is going to be in a form of a gift card given back to the nation. And we might as well start it right now. So in order to be eligible, you have to do a few things. There's no purchase necessary. No purchase necessary. You have to, 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Second, you have to like this video and make a comment in it during the live show. So if you've already commented in it, you're already good to go. You're already enrolled. All we have to do is go up into the upper right-hand corner, click on the little buttons, click participants, and we get a whole list of everybody that has been commenting. Everybody's name will be entered. You also have to go and like the daily video and make a comment in the daily video from today. And then, one winner from that group will be selected for one of them. And then we'll do it again with the video from last night, or the video from tonight that'll be coming out later today for tomorrow. So for tomorrow's daily free play video, you have to like and comment that one. And like and comment during the live show. Now, you don't have to be here for the entire live show, because I get it, they're long. Not everybody has 2-3 hours to spare. So you can hit it and quit it. You can hit it and run. Drop your comment and run. And we'll do another one tomorrow. So we're going to do one from the daily free play today and the live show today. And then we'll do it again tomorrow, and we'll announce today's winner during the live show tomorrow. And we will do Friday, or we'll do the next winner from Thanksgiving Day on Friday morning's video, or Friday morning's live show. So like and subscribe both videos, comment in both videos, and then you're good to go. Thank you, Frederick. Very welcome, Jerome. Very simple. And we're going to be giving away cash into people's BetOnline accounts. And who knows, maybe an air fryer. Maybe an air fryer would be fun. I'm going to give away an air fryer. I'm going to buy one on Black Friday and give one away. All right, so Brandon, we're definitely going to make some more money. On to the fun for today. First one we're going to take a look at. Let me go back to this main screen. Obviously, so people don't know, Abilene Christian is already up by 12 early against East Tennessee State. We're going to take a look. The very first one that we're going to take a look at. I'm looking for decent games that you guys are going to have interest in. We'll take a look at that 2 p.m. game between St. Mary's and Memphis. We'll have St. Mary's and Memphis on tap first. Yeah, Jesus, I just saw that come across my other phone. Seth says, keep the cash, we want an air fryer. Soccer legend, Edward. Nathan says, thought you liked Abilene Christian but wasn't sure. Hold on one second. All right. Nathan says Memphis should look to kick the crap out of SMU. We'll take a look at that one as well. We'll take a look at that one here in a little bit as well. And again, disclaimer. If you are on my personal plays, they are not out yet. They'll be out as soon as we're off the live show here in a little bit. All right, so gotta pull everything up here. We actually have a lot to pull up, so bear with me. Log into our live odds, courtesy of Bet Online. Excuse me. So who bet one of the games already? I know you guys did. I want to know who you guys are on so we can root for you. I don't have anything that is early, just so you guys know. Our first premium play in basketball is not until later anyways. So I'd love to know what you guys are on already. So post up in the comment section if you bet one of the early games between now and 2 p.m. Eastern time, because I know there's a good slate. What did you guys post? Post it up in the comment section. Let's see what you guys are rolling with. William, go make a YouTube account. That's all you have to do. In order to be eligible, for the people that are participating in this, in order for it to be fair, you have to participate on YouTube. And if you're one of the people, and I'm actually very bad about this, I know our video shows on Twitter and Periscope for our live stream. And just so you guys know, I pay zero attention to that. So that feed that takes place there, if you guys are commenting, I don't ever see the comments. So if you want to come join our live chat, please do come join us on YouTube. I don't think we get a lot of viewers over there. But if you are joining us from there, come over to YouTube, just type in Cappers Nation, and you'll find us. So we're going to bounce around. No special time specific. All right? No special time specific. We're not going to go in order. We're just going to bounce here from, bounce around here, bounce around there, bounce around everywhere, and see what kind of fun we can have. All right, so for everybody that doesn't know, this is part of the Crossover Classic. They're in South Dakota, so neither one of these teams playing at home. All right, neither one of these teams are playing at home. Team W says, I'll go with the Michigan pick. Just so everybody knows, we did give out Michigan in the daily free play video. I don't mind telling you that today because you still have to go over there and drop a comment and hit the thumbs up and that button as well in order to be eligible for the promo. Mo says Man City minus 1.5 and over 3. Edward. All right, so St. Mary's catching 5 here. They're plus 5 as of right now, minus 106. You can get them at plus 5.5, minus $1.16, or you've got Memphis laying 5, minus $1.14. Total on this one, 134.5. And it is going to take me some time. We are adding an additional thing that we do towards our breakdowns as far as information goes, especially for the start of the season. So you're going to have to bear with me. Give me 1 second here. They actually need to go back in and recode it because it actually is so unorganized on my side that it actually is kind of a pain in the ass. I don't want to use it. All right. So hopefully I'm able to, they have it sorted by conference, but then the teams are in the wrong conference. And it's our stats and our notes that our data guys have compiled, and they tried making me a better system, actually for all of us here. But it's actually more of a pain in the ass than it's, like they just had Tulsa under Pac-12. Like, come on. Come on. All right, Memphis Tigers. 19-12 last year with James Wiseman only playing 3 games. 19-11 against the spread. 13-7 to the over last year. Averaging 72 points a game. Frozen? All right, let me fix it. In 1 second. Somewhere along. Gonna have to bug Seth with the clown video here soon. Jack, how do you leave a comment? In the daily free play video, there'll be a little comment thing. You click on the button to leave a comment. Got the frozen screen fixed. Frozen screen is definitely fixed. Memphis, to win the national championship, favored at 80-1 to start the season. They are returning 4 starters. 4 starters who averaged just under 72%, of the playing time last year. They'll be facing off against St. Mary's today. Stupid-ass clowns, right? And we'll start talking about St. Mary's here in a little bit. And the breakdowns are going to be a little unorthodox from the hip based off of knowledge and past experiences, etc., because They haven't played. There's no stats for this year. All right, there's no stats for this year. So besides the basics and the facts that are out there, a.k.a. returning 4 starters, Memphis is definitely going to be a team that is built for success in the AAC. Now, as far as this year goes and their schedule, in my opinion, their schedule with not much out of conference, definitely, sorry, I was reading notes that we have in here. Definitely will definitely favor them overall. We have them projected to go 17-5 over the course of the year based on our system, and 15-4 in conference play overall. They've got a 22-game schedule. 19 of them are conference play games. There are only 3 non-conference games: St. Mary's, Arkansas State, Mississippi Valley State. Their biggest test will be today's game against St. Mary's. St. Mary's will give them a challenge. We have the power ratings and all of that where we have teams projected as far as offense and defense goes. The way that we use those numbers is obviously they're compiled with last year's stats, returning seniors or returning starters, and incoming freshmen or transfers from other teams to evaluate where we have them in our rankings. We spend a lot of time compiling the data from Stats LLC that they provide, as well as the other stats and information that is available to not just the betting public, but for the private, for the people that have no problem purchasing it, which we don't. We purchase it all. And one thing that you guys all have to realize is home court advantage. How much home court advantage is there going to be playing in places like Chapel Hill, or for Memphis when they finally get a home conference game against South Florida, or their home conference game against Cincinnati or Wichita State? How much of an advantage when they finally get to play in FedEx Forum are they going to have? They have the 5th toughest place to play in all of Division I. It gets a 4.4 ranking on our scale for home court advantage. How much is home court advantage going to play in places with no fans? We're going to find out. You know, there will definitely be still an advantage playing at home. But for instance, like Duke. Duke announced 15 days ago they won't have any fans in attendance at any of their games, any of their home games. Now, North Carolina will have fans. They're going to space the chairs out and be limited to attendance based on what their state, individual state, and colleges will allow. Best teams will win, but will there be a home court advantage? There's no denying that some of these larger or even smaller but really loud arenas that some of these teams play in definitely have an impact when it comes to the average player that can't block it out. Now, if you're a superstar, they've already been trained and honed. They're blocking out the noise. You're an incoming freshman, that noise is probably going to factor in. No noise, quiet arena where you hear just the ball and just your players and just your coach. I definitely think some will have a better advantage than others with that aspect. But again, the home court rankings for this year, We'll have to see how they adjust over the course of the next couple, next week, basically, before we really dive into it. So, nonetheless, it's going to be fun, regardless, fans involved, fans or not. But as far as the betting side and giving a point here, a point there, a point everywhere, a couple points for a home court advantage for some of these major programs like Memphis. Memphis has the 5th toughest place to play at the FedEx Arena, excuse me. So I definitely think there's an advantage to playing with fans. Now, and especially in some arenas, not all. Take a look at St. Mary's. Couple things that we need to take a look at. And if I could ever find them on this data chart, so bear with me. Man, they really got to fix this data that I have access to. They really do. There we go. St. Mary's. St. Mary's is not the St. Mary's that we're going to be seeing of last year. They're returning 2 starters that averaged only 45 minutes of playing time. Randy Bennett is a great coach, especially for St. Mary's. They had a great record last year. They went 26-8 straight up, 15 and 18 against the spread. They were not good at covering the spread. They burned a lot of people if you were betting on them covering the spread last year. Straight up, 26 and 8. They won a lot of games, but they did not pull away. As far as breaking it down, for instance, last year, neutral site games. And if you guys remember, I was at the West Coast Classic last year. Conference play. Neutral site games. They went 6-2. 3-5 against the spread, 5-3 to the over. Just about everywhere they played, they had a lot more over than unders as far as St. Mary's go. Only returning 2 starters that were only getting 45 minutes of the playing time to begin with. St. Mary's went to the bench more than most teams. They had no problem. No problem going to the bench. They had a very deep bench. As far as the starters, they're out 3 of them. They'll be returning just 2. Now, more in depth diving into them. First of all, 100-1 to win the national championship, 30-1 just to make the Final Four. Only returning 2 starters. One thing with St. Mary's, they've always had a solid defense. Time of possession. They never had the ball a lot. Score quick, give up the ball, play defense, play lockdown defense. But they capitalize on every one of their scoring opportunities. It's one of the reasons why they actually went over the total. They were, as far as the defensive side go, a very slow-paced team, keeping teams from playing at a fast and effective pace. Yet, they still went 22 out of 33 games, 22 went over. As far as only returning the 2 starters, the spread laying the 5 or catching 5, I definitely think is definitely a factor when it comes to today. We won't even have a projected lineup like we normally get. So whereas normally at this time we know who the starting 5 is projected to be in any given day. So you're able to base a lot of things off of it. We will not be able to add that into our system until after a game or 2. Adam, you're very welcome. Very welcome. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, if I miss your guys' question, please do post it again. because I'm not always reading the live chat. Reading through some of the comments. Some good stuff going on there. Some good stuff going on in the comments. Edward says, Manuel, I've been here the past 2 to 3 years. Kyle feasts on college basketball every year. We definitely feast on some college hoops. Hey, Kate Tran says, bro, I love the commentary. Let's cut to the chase. Memphis or nah? How about I cut to this chase? See you later. And I'm going to say, nah. Definitely some new people here. And if you guys want me just to run down the list, I'll be more than happy to give you St. Mary's as well as Memphis. And then tell you to go pound sand. We're a slow and methodical approach. And if you guys don't want the analysis, well then, too fucking bad. Go somewhere else. On-demand free picks, right? On-demand free picks. Chicken sauce, never, buddy. Never. Just having fun at somebody else's expense. Don't worry. The clown video is coming. The clown video is coming. As far as Memphis and St. Mary's go, and we're not going to have a shit ton of free plays today, just so you guys know. Just for the full disclaimer, for the 250 people here, I'm not about to give you guys 20 fucking free plays. Hell, you're not even going to get 5 free plays from me today. So if you're looking for a 5-teamer just for, from me, it's not going to happen. But what you will get is you're going to get games that I actually bet. You're going to get games that I actually bet. And that I have no problem betting. So, as far as these two go, the total sitting at 134.5. Just give them Virginia. The Diamond says, this is the barbershop. Just enjoy the game Kyle is providing. Exactly. As far our slow and methodical approach. As far as the game goes, I lean towards Memphis and their returning 4 starters. All right? That's a fact. I like St. Mary's. For everybody that's been with me over the years, know we've made a lot of money on St. Mary's. Last year, they burned us quite a few times by not covering the spread. The outgoing seniors, only 2 returning starters. I do believe Randy Bennett's going to have a tall order. I think the 100-1 to win the national championship and 30-1 to reach the Final Four is very generous. It should probably be 120-1 to reach the Final Four and 1,000-1 to win it all. St. Mary's is definitely a good program. They have always been a quality program. Always been a quality program. And keep in mind, this is a different college basketball year. There's no scrimmages, no basically the preseason that the big teams get, the tune-up games that aren't exhibition games. There we go. That's the right word. So as far as a lean goes, and I say a lean, as far as a lean goes, I do lean towards Memphis, laying the 5. Now keep in mind, they're playing in Suffolk Falls, South Dakota. This is not a home game for Memphis. This is the Crossover Classic, all right? Thanksgiving weekend tournament. David, I haven't put out anything. We had a lot of barbershop going over how, college basketball is lines are made and selected and what information's available. to you, especially now, and the difference between last year and this year with COVID and how that's going to affect the games, or handicapping anyways. But as far as Memphis goes, I do lean towards Memphis laying the 5. I'm not necessarily sold completely on them where I want to actually bet them. And for the full disclaimer, for the 270 people that are here, a lean is this. A lean is I'm leaning on it. I like it, but I don't know if I'm ready to pull the trigger just yet. That may change between now and when this game starts in an hour and 56 minutes. That may change. But one thing that I do like a lot more than a lean Manuel says Kansas State game going to be postponed. One thing that I do like more than just a lean is I do like the over. I do like the over 134.5. I do think it's a tad bit on the juice side. I do believe that it is a tad bit juiced. I think the total, I would have preferred the total to be a tad bit lower for betting purposes. Chrissy, what will make you bet it instead of a lean? More confidence in the information that's available. Isn't that cough syrup? I don't know what I missed, but as far as the over goes, 134.5. While I do like it, I am going to be betting it. It's not going to be a full premium play, personal play style bet. I will have 500 towards the over, 134.5. I like the over. I think the final score is somewhere around the 139 mark. I like to find mismatches, especially early in the totals. When, we break down the game and we have it in our system, we have it estimated to be around the 139 mark. Can we have a sports trivia? I don't know, maybe later. Edward giving some good advice. Maybe try a teaser. It's game 1 instead of a parlay. The 134.5 mark, I think they meet and it goes over. I don't think it's going to go over by an extreme amount. I think we get to 139. But I am going to bet it. So rather than just make it a strong lean and all of that, I am going to bet it. And I should bet it before you guys move the line on me here. So, let's see. And I have no problem showing you guys that I just bet it. So hang tight with me. Move this screenshot to the other computer. We'll get it uploaded. And then I'll put it up on the board as well for you guys. So not a big play. All right, not a huge monster play by any means. Keep in mind, for everybody that says, oh, 500, that's a lot, I should go bet the farm. I bet $3,000 on all our premium plays and my personal plays. Use that for your reference. All right, so it's 6 times smaller than what I normally bet. But honestly, I think it's going to be a nice big winner. Should be a nice big winner. All right, so let me get this loaded up into the screen. I'll show you that one. We'll put it up on the board. We'll do another breakdown, and I'll pick up the pace for you guys as well, because I'd like to get through a couple of these, because unfortunately, I can't make this a super long show, but I am going to tell them what they need to change in my little system here. That way, it'll go smoother, and we could actually get through 10, 15 of these in a day, because that's what I'd like to be able to do, pick out 10 or so high-profile games that you guys are going to want to be interested in betting, because I generally have a good clue on that one. All right, so here you guys go. You guys can actually see the live ticket. Thomas G, have you ever entered more than you wanted to and won? Generally, when you enter more than you want to, you end up losing. Just the way that it works. Mr. Bear, Jets over is the play. Jets over is the play. Jets, 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 baby. If you don't know that inside joke, you haven't been here very long. Or long enough. All right, so. To put that on the Vibe Interactive Free Play board, because it is blank. Close this out real quick. Okay. Oh, it got me. The O is for over for everybody that doesn't know. All right? And again, while we got this board up, if you've never tried us out and you want to try us out, if you do not have a BetOnline account, you go to our website, create one, follow those instructions. You have to click the link on our website, though. If you don't, it will not work, and you are not eligible for the promo. But you can follow those instructions to the T, and make sure you click on our link. You'll get 2 days of premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays absolutely free on the house as well. But yeah, Thomas, I've definitely entered more than I've wanted to. Which made me, I just had to double check to make sure it didn't say 5,000. Make sure it said 500, not 5,000. All right, so going down the list, trying to find some fun avenues for you guys today. We're only going to get through a couple of these games today. I've got a couple of them singled out. And keep in mind, I'm going to be selective. And I have no problem afterwards. What I'll do is we'll break down a couple more games. Okay, we'll break down 2 or 3 more games. Put you guys on a solid free play that'll be betting real good. Edward at Kyle with the PO, won't you be geolocated when betting? What do you mean? Oh, for the New Jersey people? We talk about it after. So, we'll break down a couple more games. And then, I don't mind if, we'll have a little part where you guys can say, hey, what do you like on this game? And I'll give you my opinion, but don't hold me to it. Because if it's not something that I'm betting, I'm not going to hold myself to it. But at the end, I have no problem doing a quick little rundown because I know there's like 100 games on the board today. I have no problem going over some of them as well. Because I've got a couple games singled out that I'd like to break down to give you guys some strong leans on as well. And we'll go over all of those. I mean, there's some good games today, but there's definitely, in my opinion, a lot of when it comes to the betting side on day number 1. So I'm very selective when it comes to game number 1, day 1, for the fact that there's a lot of money to be made, and I do believe there's a really lot of money to be made, if that makes any sense. Jay, good morning. Personal plays have not been sent. I don't have anything early. They'll all be sent as soon as we're done with. They're already ready to go. I just didn't have time to send them before the live show. So as soon as the live show's over, I'll be sending them. I mean, to be honest, breaking down North Carolina and Charleston doesn't really need to be done. Kentucky and Morehead State. Kentucky covered the 24. Probably. Jeremiah, if we have time, we'll take a look at that as well. Take a look at some soccer if we have time as well. I don't know if we're going to have time. Chris, neither of your books have St. Mary's. I'd go open up a Bet Online account if that's the case. All right. We are going to take a look at West Virginia and South Dakota State. All right, West Virginia and South Dakota State. So give me a minute. And when it comes to tomorrow, I'll have this shit on point. Because it was actually supposed to. And they definitely missed the boat on actually having this shit perfect for me. But hey, I'm just thankful to have it. Make my job a little bit easier. So let me find West Virginia and then we'll be golden and good to go. I wish it was all set up in one page. It would make things a lot easier, that's for sure. Or at least he told me what page it was on. I have like 700 PDF files for all of our stats that have been compiled for all of college basketball. 704 to be exact. 704, and it's supposed to be set up by conference. Be easier if they just alphabetized it. That way you didn't have to search just for the individual conference. But bear with me. I'll have Virginia up, and then we'll start the breakdown. Because it's going to be a good one today. I think this will be a good game today. If I could ever find it. And if I don't, we'll just go off of what I know. If I don't, we'll just go off of what I know. There we go. The Mountaineers. I finally found it. Navy and George Washington. Could I go over it? I don't have it planned to go over, Michael. But I can tell you, I lean towards George Washington there against the midshipmen. I did not see that one canceled. Now, Navy's actually beating them. They're up 16-7 early. The game just started 4 minutes ago. Oh, Christopher, I will. If your kid is around you while you're watching, I will watch the bad language. Younger bear, I will watch it. I apologize for my potty mouth. Channel Kyle, you cuss now? I was a sailor. So yeah, the F word is like part of my daily vocabulary. Not good, I get it. I've got a 5-year-old and I got to tone it down because let me tell you, her running around dropping something and saying a curse word is not a good thing. All right, so West Virginia, South Dakota State. This is an evening game. All right, this is an evening game. Let me pop up the odds on this one. Yeah, Memphis game starts in 1 hour and 40 minutes. You have plenty of time to get on board the Memphis game if you're not already on it. All right, so again, this is another crossover classic. If you guys are not following along with what I'm doing, all right, this is our second breakdown from the crossover classic. I'm honing in, I'm narrowing my focus down, trying to make things a little easier for you, a little easier for us as well. So many games on the board. Narrow that focus down and hammer home. Oakland being a 15.5-point dog, and they're down by 19 early against Xavier. It's to be expected. Good luck with that one, Joe. Lionel says being in the Army changed my language, right? Mark, I lean towards Memphis, but a very small play on the over. All right, so West Virginia laying 10.5. Neutral site game. However, Suffolk Falls, South Dakota. All right, this is a neutral site game. South Dakota State is the host. South Dakota State is the host. They were a quality program last year. Give me 1 second here. And we'll start with the neutral site home team. All right? South Dakota State is returning one starter who averaged just 31% of the playing time last year. They went 20-12. They made us a shit pile of money as an underdog. All right? They went 13-15 against the spread and 18-10 to the over. Playing at home last year, they went 13-3 straight up. 7-5 against the spread, 8-5 to the over when playing at home. Non-conference games, South Dakota State went 10-5 straight up, 4-7 against the spread, 8-4 to the over. Joe, thoughts on McNeese State, Nebraska? I'd probably take Nebraska and lay the points. South Dakota State's odds to win the national championship, and I think this is very generous, are only 5,000 to 1. They should probably be 10,000 to 1. To reach the Final Four is plus 650 to reach the Final Four. Should probably be like plus 2,500 in my opinion. Now, this was a high-scoring game. They were a high-scoring team, and most of their games were pretty high-scoring and on the cusp of going over. 18 other 28 games last year did go over the total. Non-conference games were 8-4 to the over. Whereas in conference play, 10-6 went to the over. Technically neutral site play, 2-1 straight up, 1-2 against the spread. They can call this a neutral site game, but it's not. It's, South Dakota State is the home team hosting the tournament here in the crossover classic. As far as what to expect, first of all, they averaged 79.6 points a game last year while giving up 74.2. They were averaging over 153, almost 154 points a game. In this one, we get a total of 145 between these two teams. All right, first of all, taking a look at West Virginia. They are returning 4 starters, averaging 73.9% of the playing time. Non-conference games last year, West Virginia, they kicked ass. They were 12-1 straight up. However, they were only 7-6 against the spread. They played to the under last year in almost all of their games. They had high-scoring game or high total games in most of them. They were 3-10 in non-conference games to the over. Only 3 out of 13 games went over. 10 of those 13 games stayed under the total. Now, their overall record last year, they went 21-10 straight up. They were even Steven against the spread, 15-15, 9-20 to the 9-20 to the over. So 20 out of their 29 games stayed under the total. They actually had one that ended up, or 2 that did not have a total on the game for betting purposes. They're a 20-1 favorite to win the national championship, just plus 550 to reach the Final Four. That's why I say the South Dakota State at plus 650 is completely off. Now, as far as this game, their power ratings, the power ratings or power rankings, where we have them, a bettor's rating, all of that side, okay? When you start diving into the numbers of this matchup between both teams, first of all, we have West Virginia coming in based on adjusted efficiencies, and these numbers will change after game 1, after game 3, after game 5. They'll be more in depth. These are basically preseason numbers where we have them. We have West Virginia based off of returning 4 starters, based off of everything that we have last year with incoming freshmen, transfers through the transfer protocol, all of that. We have West Virginia coming in as the 13th most potent offense in college basketball. We have their defense coming in ranked 54th. Whereas for South Dakota State, we have their offense down towards the back end of the pack, coming in at 176 with a ranking of 97.3. Now, as far as South Dakota State's defense, a little bit better than their offensive ranking, where we have them coming in as the 45th rated defense. Keep in mind, the biggest factor is strength of quality of opponent. Strength and quality of opponent will be the biggest factor in both these offenses adjusted efficiencies as well as the defensive adjusted efficiencies based on what we've put out. Okay, what we've put out. So knowing all of what we know as of right now, early on, Teamco want to actually give picks? No, I don't. If you want actual picks, Teamco, go to our website and feel free to purchase a package. If you want the leans and the breakdowns, feel free to watch. If you don't, click it's either in the upper left-hand corner, it's a red button, circle, just click it, or in the upper right-hand, depending on if you got a PC or Mac, be a little X in the right-hand corner. But if you want me just to get to the picks, no, not going to happen. If you'd like to host the show and give everybody your picks, by all means, go create a YouTube channel and have at it. We can all go watch yours, and we can hound you for your picks. If Edward says you're a troll, we just say goodbye. We just say goodbye. All right, so we have to say goodbye to another. That sound effects machine cannot come fast enough. Don't worry, Mr. Reyes. We will not have to worry about him anymore. As far as this one goes, West Virginia, South Dakota State, I do lean towards West Virginia. All right? I think they get the job done with the returning 4 starters over the one of South Dakota State. South Dakota State's going to be a whole different dimension this year. All right? There'll be a whole different dimension this year from what we're used to. I think Bob Huggins and what he'll have out of his returning starters from West Virginia will be enough to get the job done. And again, that's just a lean. West Virginia laying the 10.5, as well as on the same game, I lean towards the under the 145.5 as well. As far as the total goes, it's more of a stronger lean. I'm not completely sold on betting it just yet. Full disclaimer, I'm not completely sold on betting it just yet. But I'm definitely leaning towards it. South Dakota State's returning seniors or returning players gone. They've got 1. They were an over team predominantly last year. Quality shooting team. West Virginia, they're going to put up points. They average scoring 70 points a game while giving up only 62. I think it'll be the West Virginia defense that will do just enough where we have them ranked as the 8th best defense in all of Division I. Raymond, I can promise you if we got to boot somebody, they're not going to win a prize. We'll redraw. I promise you. Because he won't be able to comment on the video. Because when you hit hide user, all his shit disappears. So when you click on hide user, he can't even comment. He can comment and he can see it, but we won't see it. You won't see it, we won't see it, none of that stuff. So like you won't see any more out of whatever his name was. So my lean on the under is stronger than the lean on West Virginia, but I think West Virginia has enough to do both, to get them both done. An option that I would actually consider would be a potential teaser with West Virginia in the under. David, no, sir, you can get on the premium play. As a matter of fact, we have not had one start yet. We have not had a premium play start yet. We did not take any of the early games. Did they move the time for this one? It is a later game, yeah. It is a later game. I do. I said earlier 7 p.m. game. John David Ray, how do you enter? Okay, so for everybody that's joining in, we are running a promotion, a giveaway, 100% free. You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You need to like this video. You need to drop a comment during the live show. If you've already dropped one, it's okay. It's already been registered and you're in the system. Give me 1 second. So subscribe, like this video, drop a comment in this video. And then also, go like our daily free play video that has a free play in it in college basketball and drop a comment in that video as well. Yeah, Mark, everything that I'm seeing is a 7 p.m. Eastern time game. That's all you have to be, all you have to do to enter the first drawing, which I believe it'll be like a $250 deposit to Bet Online, which I'll be making personally for you. I'll transfer the Bitcoin. Then we're also going to do another one tomorrow. So you'll have to drop a comment in tonight's daily video and like it, as well as tomorrow's live show and like that video. And we're going to do a big $1,000 one as well. We'll announce today's winner during tomorrow's live show. And then we'll announce the winners from Thanksgiving Day on Friday morning as well. Mike, very welcome. Tom Weiner in the house. Nina says, just dropping another one for sure. It doesn't hurt to drop a second one, that's for sure. It's not going to get you any added points to it or anything like that. Ronald, yes, commenting in the live chat is dropping a comment. Now, our daily free play video, there is no live chat, so you have to drop a comment on that video. They'll run a spreadsheet from both, compare who's done both, and we will announce one tomorrow. We will announce one tomorrow. Maybe two. And again, you do not have to be present. I will announce the winners, and then it'll be up to you to contact me. Yeah, Manuel, a bunch of likes. Exactly. All right, so recap of what we've done so far, because we're going to do another one. I'm going to get you guys on a nice big free play as well. I lean towards Memphis. We bet the over 134.5. That's up on the board. It was a smaller of a bet, not a monster of a bet. All right, I put 500 on it, whereas I bet normally 3,000 on all the games. Nina, it's not a bad idea. I like that. commenting and liking the video should be a daily thing for you guys. It really should. It should be a daily thing for you guys. Matt, it's my pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure. Jay Shep, I think a teaser option is definitely good. Chuck Few, when are you ever going to have a game of the year? I don't know. But just so you know, the game of the year didn't come with buy it and get a next one free. The games of the year are just special one-offs. So as far as the company goes, the company won't have another college football game of the year until next year. But we do have the NFL rolling. We do have college basketball starting up. So that's one thing. You're not going to get another college football game of the year out of the company. Now, I might have a personal play game of the year that I'm leaning towards. I have one on the books. I have one scoped out. I'm just not... need the stars to align before we can have that. Nina, will I have a game of the week this week? Absolutely. Absolutely. We will have a game of the week this week. It is going down on Friday. My game of the week is on Friday. For everybody that doesn't know, my game of the week is Friday. Raymond says nobody's doing it like Cappers Nation. Thank you. We appreciate that. My game of the week Friday, guaranteed Saturday on Saturday. And then the Sunday NFL play on Sunday. So, it's going to be a good week, that's for sure. That is for sure. All right, so I'm going to pull up another one that we're going to break down. And then I'm going to be ready to have some fun. Ronald, thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes I'm dragging a little ass. That's because I work too much and I don't get to sleep a lot. But in this industry, you work a ton. So you'll never hear any complaints from me out of that one. But thank you. I appreciate that. Tom says, good choice for Friday. You know, and here's it's not that I'm picking Friday just to pick Friday. The game that I want is on Friday. But if the game that I wanted was on Thursday, I don't know if I would have had it as a game of the week. I'd probably just tell everybody that was on my personal plays, hey, bet this one a little bit more. Thanksgiving Day, I enjoy eating my Thanksgiving dinner or lunch, depending on when you guys eat it, and I'm sure you guys do as well. And there's nothing like getting a little added indigestion because your team's down by 7 and you got to lay a touchdown, and there's only 2 quarters to play. So, I'm glad it's happening on Friday. Will we have games on Thursday tomorrow? Absolutely. Are we going to have a big winning day tomorrow? Absolutely. There's no better time to get on board than right now. Lots of Black Friday deals going on the website. And as I pull up all this other information from our database, if you guys do not follow me on Twitter, here's your opportunity to. I just posted a link to my Twitter in the chat. It's at CapNationKyle, CapNationKyle. Follow me on Twitter. I put out more free plays on Twitter, not every day, but I put out free plays on Twitter from time to time. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter as well if you want more additional free plays. Jeremiah says, Kyle, this may be a stupid question. Let me stop you right there and say, generally, Jeremiah, the only stupid questions are the ones that you do not ask. But do you have premium or personal plays on soccer only? We don't sell just a soccer package, but we do have soccer today in both packages. Premium plays have soccer. My personal plays also include soccer today. Sorry, Nathan, but you are going to get a soccer play. If you choose to bet it, fantastic. If you choose not to, well, just like yesterday, you might miss a nice big 0-3. Or, excuse me, nice big 3-0. 0-3. Whoo! We didn't go 0-3 yesterday. We went 3-0. Now, give me a second. We do have some of our premium plays getting ready to start in soccer. Actually, one of them. So I just want to make sure that I bet it already. All right, we do have a soccer play getting ready to start, and I do want to make sure that I bet it already, which I believe I did. But just double checking. All right, ready to go. Ready to go. So we're going to pop up one more game. And we're going to have some fun. Get you guys on a free play as well. Alrighty. And again, if you're on my personal plays, they're not out yet. You will not miss any of them. I will have them out to you as soon as we get off the live show. I will start sending them. Lenny G says, money to all the new users in here. Kyle and CD Company are solid. I've bought several packages, and if you have a losing week, they always extend for me free, and I end up getting all the money back and a profit. That's one thing that we do. If you guys buy premium plays or my personal plays, and we do not have a winning day, or not a winning day, but a winning time, I will take care of you until you are. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, so Xavier up 53-12 at the half. It's safe to say that Oakland did not show up today. Radford beating Virginia Tech with 3:30 left in the first. And we're going to scroll all the way down to the late night Chaser special. All right? You got to go all the way down to find UCLA and San Diego State. Scott says, nice calling USC last Saturday. Thank you. Glad to have you on board. Chuck, did I lose my game of the week last week? Yes, I did. I lost my game of the week last week. The over in Dizzy's Tulsa by a half a point. That pick six killed it. All right, so UCLA, San Diego State. The marquee matchup of the night on CBS Sports. 10:30 Eastern time game. I apologize for the late game, everybody, all right? I apologize for the super late game. So with that being said, it's time for me to pop up all my information again. So bear with me just another minute. I promise it'll be worth it. Or I could just be like a couple people wanted and just give you guys the free play and no breakdown with it. And go about our way. But what fun would that be? It wouldn't be. So somewhere we'll find the Pac-12 info in the Mountain West, and we'll be good and solid and ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Getting closer. Getting closer. Look at all those names go by so fast. There we go. Mountain West. The good old Aztecs. If you don't know, now you know. They went 30-2 last year. 30-2 last year for the Aztecs. And now we're going to pop up the good old Bruins. No playing at Poly Pavilion today, folks. Now, as a kid growing up in Southern California, I've always been a Trojan fan, but the neighbor was an assistant growing up at UCLA. So I was always around a lot of the players growing up. As a kid, they'd come over to his house, the coach's house back in the day, swim and play basketball. I was friends with his kids. So I always liked the Bruins growing up. 25-1 for the Bruins to win the national championship this year. 6-1 to reach the Final Four. The Bruins this year are returning 5 starters. All 5 starters are back this year. Which, for everybody that doesn't know, that is a great advantage. Jeremiah, maybe I'm taking a total or first half. So I don't just take sides. But it's generally better not to assume. Sometimes it's better to just make sure you're on them. Starting with the Bruins, 19-12 last year. Some growing pains. 17-13 against the spread. 14-15 to the over. Averaging 69.5 points a game. 67.1 is what they gave up on average. Conference play last year, not that that matters for today, but they went 12-6 in the Pac-12. Non-conference play, they struggled, 7-6. Manu says, usually I'm down by 1K chasing to break even, but as of today, I'm up 2K. Very awesome. Love hearing that. Chris's show seems to attract people with zero patience. That's generally because people come from other shows where they just say, take the Bruins, take the Aztecs, take North Carolina, take the other team, take the over, take the under. They don't give a shit. I have money on the games. So I take my time, I take my slow approach. And personally, if it was that awful, there wouldn't be over 200 people here on a daily basis for the entire length of the show. The Bruins were 9-4 against the spread last year as an underdog. As an underdog, the Bruins were 9-4. They come in today laying 3, -107, +3 for the San Diego State Aztecs. Bruins were -145 on the money line with a total over and under 131. They are playing in the Viejas Arena, home of San Diego State. San Diego State is the home team for this non-conference matchup. Diving into the Aztecs. Give me 1 second here. Mr. Engel, thank you for jumping on board the combo package. Glad to have you back on board, brother. As far as the Aztecs, returning 2 starters. They went 30-2 last year. Believe it or not, they're a 16-1 favorite to win the national championship. However, their Final Four odds of reaching the Final Four are 10-1. However, they favor them to win the national championship a little more if they're able to reach the Final Four. Kate says, won my first ever soccer game because of you. Thanks, brother. You're very welcome. David says, premiums versus Kyle's picks. I'm looking to purchase. What's the difference? Premium plays are put out by myself and the rest of the company, and we all agree on them, or we don't put them out, and you get them on the website. Instant access to them right as soon as you purchase. You'll have access to them. My personal plays are put out by me, myself, and I. No other outside influence. I don't care what anybody's opinion is on them. What I'm putting out is what I'm betting as well. And I bet the premium plays too. But you get them directly from me. I end up texting them out to you. So whereas personal or premium plays are online, my personal plays are texted. San Diego State, non-conference games. They went 11-0 last year. 10 of them you were allowed to bet on. They went 7-3 in the games you were allowed to bet on. 5-5 to the over. 16 and 15 to the over overall last year. When playing at home last year, San Diego State was 14 and 1 straight up, 5 and 8 against the spread, 6 and 8 to the over. Taking a backtrack look at UCLA, when playing on the road last year, they had a winning record. They were 6 and 5 straight up, 7 and 4 against the spread, 3 and 6 to the over. 3 of their 9 games on the road went under. Rich says everybody's here to win an air fryer. Let's be honest. Exactly. Joe Young says don't sleep on the Aztecs. Kashad Johnson going to show up. The Aztecs are definitely a quality program. That's why they're actually 16 to 1 to win the national championship. Where we have them on our rankings, is actually pretty high on the defensive side of things. I personally think San Diego State's defense will be able to hang with the likes of the UCLA defense. Defense for defense-wise. Defense to defense-wise, San Diego State, we have ranked as the 40th best defense. And that'll be based on adjusted efficiencies and strength of schedule and quality of opponents that we're expecting them to have. Those numbers will change over the course of the next 3 or 4 games. UCLA, we have 5 spots below them at 45. Isaiah didn't give a soccer play. As far as offense goes, there's no denying what UCLA will have on offense. There's no denying what they have. They are going to be a strong team when it comes to the offensive side of things. We have them ranked 18th with an adjusted efficiency score of 108.7 compared to San Diego State, where we have ranked 50th as far as offenses go. And keep in mind, that's based off of strength of schedule. When you're diving into both programs, there's a lot of people that have UCLA losing this game. We have UCLA's overall record projected to be, based on our early rankings, 19 and 8, with a 12 and 8 conference schedule. Corey, game of the week is on Friday. Sorry, William Smith. I won't curse because of Mr. Bayer's son, but get lost. No posting your streams to pirate live television. As far as San Diego State, they were phenomenal last year. They were absolutely phenomenal last year. When you take a look at what they did last year, and you take a look, go find their losses. They only lost twice. The Running Rebels upset them majorly, 66-63. They're in the Viejas Arena. Then they lost to Utah State in the Mountain West Conference Tournament. Other than that, they played fantastic. They beat up a BYU team. Now, their quality of opponent was lacking. Now, they did beat Creighton. They did beat Iowa. Sorry, Jeff. They beat Utah. But as far as the quality of opponent in the Mountain West, Nevada's quality, but San Diego State is definitely tops when it comes to the Mountain West. UCLA struggled last year in clumps. They turned it on late in the season, late into conference play. They struggled in non-conference games to start, losing to Hofstra, BYU, Michigan State, Notre Dame, North Carolina. Beat them by 10. Cal State Fullerton actually beat them by 3. And the Bruins were playing in Pauley Pavilion. They lost to my Trojans. Trojans went there to Pauley Pavilion on the campus and beat them by 11. Oregon smacked them by 21. I mean, they were just getting smacked around until the second week of February. And that's when the Bruins turned it on. And they finished out the Pac-12 extremely strong with the exception of their 2-point road loss to USC, who got them twice last year. And they opened up the year 4-0, but it was a weak 4-0. Long Beach State, UC Santa Barbara, Southern Utah, and UNLV. San Diego State losing 3 starters is a big factor and one of the reasons why I'm taking what I'm taking. UCLA had a lot of learning curves in the beginning of last year. It showed. They finished the year strong. They're returning all 5 starters. Line on this one currently, UCLA laying 3, the total minus 145. Free official play. And this is one of my personal plays. All right, this is one of my personal plays. I am taking UCLA on the money line. UCLA money line minus 145. You can either take it at 3 minus 107 or 110, depending on what your book has, or you could lay 35 cents more juice, and I'll just take them on the money line. So, free play, and I will put it up on the board, the Vibe Interactive free play board. UCLA money line. I know. I'm a Trojan fan. I just gave you guys UCLA, right? If you guys can't figure that out, then you probably shouldn't be betting, right? Or you need to ask more questions. UCLA minus 145. That is a personal play of mine. Now, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. I'm not betting a lot of college basketball today. I have a couple very key games. that I'm going to be playing. Yeah, Mick Cronin, hopefully his second season is better than his first. He had some learning pains last year as well. As far as what I'm doing, we're going to be very selective over the next couple of days. We want to see these teams really over the next week and a half. We want to see these teams and what happens over the next handful of games. Definitely highly respected, Christy. 100% agree. Did he have a rough outing? Well, he had a rough team to start, but he pulled his team together in conference play last year, and it definitely shows. So as far as frozen screen, okay, I got the frozen screen fixed. As far as what I'm doing, I'm going to be very selective on what I do, okay? We're going to be very selective on what we do, and we're going to try and clean up on games that we need to clean up on. We'll probably miss a few opportunities. Hopefully we don't drop any. But we're definitely going to have a good time. If you want an additional college basketball free play, there's another one in the daily free play video. J-Rocks on Ohio State lane 18.5. I like it. I like it. So this one took a little longer than expected, and I promise you, we won't be just doing 3 breakdowns. We got to get these teams to get at least 2 games underneath their belt, and the breakdowns will be the quick 5-minute breakdowns, and we'll be absolutely rolling through them. Rodfather, thank you. So slow-paced show. A lot slower than I would like, and they will get picked up, but the information is just not compiled into one source yet because they haven't played a game yet. So I'm basically looking over here. I'm looking at 5-6 different pages to compile the information for you guys. Yes, Thursday night's game between the Ravens and the Steelers has been moved to Sunday. No longer playing on Thanksgiving Day. We're down to 2 Thanksgiving Day games, unfortunately. And again, if you're not on board, take the opportunity. Now is your time to get on board. So many Black Friday deals that it's insane. All right, guys? So many Black Friday deals out there, Thanksgiving deals, Cyber Monday deals, that it's insane. Take advantage of them. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Be ready for more breakdowns. We're going to jump into it because we're going to hit college football, NFL, and college basketball. Rory, do I think Michigan minus 14.5? I have it at 14. I have it at 14, but I'm sure you're fine at 14.5. I'm looking at a push. I need 15 to win, and I don't bet to push, so I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, everybody. Joe, I couldn't tell you to bet them live or not. I haven't watched any of the game. All right, guys and gals, I am out of here. Thank you, everybody. And if I don't see you guys tomorrow, a happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And have a very safe holidays if I don't see you tomorrow. All right? And don't drink and drive. And again, for the promo, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be present. Good luck, everybody, today. And if you're on my personal plays, I will start sending them out in about 10 minutes. So between 10 minutes and the next hour, you will have them. Good luck, everybody. We'll